equal to some extent, or that the best of somebody is going to be able to overcome maybe whatever flaws they may have.
Yes. And I know the words for that. And there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. And it's always work. But there's a point we have to say that. So you know what, Karen? Because I didn't know the first thing about it.
Right.
See, like I just said, my girlfriend's between Sean and my friend Chris, and they said
they schooled you.
They
got you straight.
Totally schooled me. They got my ass off.
Oh, like what was that nasty song that he had mentioned?
This is Craig. Craig, this is Marty.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
What's going on? Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Let me find
I've just been grilling your girl.
I'm sorry, I didn't even say hi. Just start introducing people. Right?
She hasn't answered any of my questions. She's very difficult. Very diva-ish. I'm just like, whatever.
Oh, you're right. You know that's so funny. There's so much to do and so little.
Right.
Jimmy, can I bug you when you finish the page?
Now, you know he's large. He's on his two-way.
Hell no. Wait a minute.
What songs do you have?
Well, what song did he just mention? The nasty. I want to hear the nasty one.
Would you mind?
Right. I want to hear that. That
He
didn't.
doesn't forget a thing.
I don't.
Would you mind? Yeah, I got it. I'm trying to think who I am.
What do you mean you don't have it? Didn't you record it here?
I have it. I'm just trying to think what I have.
Yeah, if they don't know, if they don't know. He just tripped.
What is the scent that she has? What did you say it was again?
Empire Song.
Empire Song.
You like it?
So what, if somebody doesn't like it, they just have to deal with it? It does. I like it, though.
There's nobody that doesn't like it.
Yeah, that's what you think.
I know.
Like they tell you if they did.
I think they told Jimmy because it stays in the...
Remember that CD I was going to give you too?
Yeah,
Homo
John
Swinton?
B.
I got it right here.
Oh, the new John B? Or you just John B? Though?
Well, I don't have this new one.
Just listen. It's just I think it's just the first cut on it.
Okay.
You're gonna love it.
Okay.
What's it called?
This? Oh, it's
Yeah.
Bobo. It's Bobo Swinton Trio. It's a jazz.
West Friend. But no, the first one is T.
Yeah.
So you play John B when you're about to get busy? What? I'm just asking. I just want to clarify, fact check it. I'm just clarifying what you said. I'm just trying to get
I
my
like
fact check.
John B.
Okay. His new album is hot.
I haven't heard his new
Get it.
I gotta
hot,
get it.
hot. Yeah.
I gotta get it.
But so you never...
Doing a song that was ages ago, which is this, and that's the only song on the album.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like I read on the internet or something.
Oh, I love you in the internet.
Well, like if your people don't send me anything...
Why did it come up in interview?
Really? Just take it from the internet. I see. What we did before. I mean, it's just, it's a...
What's it called? So, do you think Virgin's glad that you're happy now? Or do you think...
That's funny.
Serious.
Well, you know, from the pieces that they've heard, and I think they've only heard 5 songs, 4 to 5 songs they've heard, but they actually, the feedback's been really wonderful.
Wow.
Globally.
Wow.
So, from London, Paris, all over the place. So I'm happy about that. Because they were happy about the Love at Rope too, but it wasn't just such a deep subject matter. And I think everyone else was wanting to escape at that time, but unfortunately that wasn't the space I was in. Yeah, so I did what I was feeling as opposed to let me do what music is doing at the moment. And that's just the way I've always been. That's how I feel.
The Velvet Rope, I predict, will like sell so then. Like I just think people will be buying that album within the time.
You know, a lot of people have said that. A lot of critics have said that. That it will be around for a very long time.
I mean, it sounds better every time I listen to it. It really does. And I
haven't
can't
heard
say
it
that.
for so long.
You should play it. Something like I was listening to it this morning, like My Need, and like just the. I mean, even
Oh
if
my
you
God,
take
My
out the
Need.
vocals, just the music alone.
Isn't the
you know?
music wonderful?
Just incredible.
You know, I haven't. I don't own that one CD of mine.
Oh my God.
I know how pathetic is that, right? Because a friend of mine was at the house and was like, Jen, I want to hear such and such. I said, you know what, you're out of luck because I don't own that one of the albums. I don't own any of the albums.
You need to get them to send you those and I'll have two of the greatest hits.
Wait, you can't put that in the article because I feel so badly about that.
Why did you just say you didn't own it?
Well, no, it's not even that. You even know the.
Yeah.
Look at me whispering, and you're gonna remember everything I'm saying right now. No,
I don't believe in the article. That means
he said I need to have Virgin send me all the albums because I don't own any of the albums, Jimmy.
She said somebody was at her house and she couldn't even play My Need for him.
Oh, really?
Because I don't own Control.
My Need. I love that.
Isn't that, that's
Nation,
an incredible
nothing.
song.
That was fun.
I think Velvet Rope will continue to sell to the end of time. I really do. I think. Y'all just get so quiet when I say Velvet Rope.
No, we don't.
For Vibe magazine. We're running a whole thing on him. This
Okay.
issue, and he said, I'll show you the transcript. He said, like, you know, with a lot of hip hop people, like you play them beat, they come in, they just do it, and that
know
he had
what?
to be very patient with you all but he said that you taught him that like anybody could make a beat, but you have to make a beat that's going to ultimately be around, it's going to be a hit song, and he wasn't. You know, he just had to get into a different mindset. So that's what he said.
No, it's the difference between making a beat and making a song. I mean, the thing that, to me, that Janet Records have all had, and to me, anybody that comes into the collaboration to me,
Which has only been one person so far.
which is one person so far, because he gets it,
Right.
Yeah.
is that there's, first of all, there's 15 years of history amongst us,
Right.
and you don't squander that. But there's a way that the songs have been done, and Janet's songs have always had a beginning and a middle and an end. They've never sat static track-wise. There have always been moments where the song builds.
Right.
And to just do a track that's static, that just it's a great groove, but then from start to finish it just does that, for us doesn't really work. And it doesn't work for the way she writes songs and lyrics and that. So that was the thing that Rockwater plugged into, was that he would do a beat, and then we would take it and start building upon it and stuff. Sort of like We'll Trust to Try. You can hear where, there was no bridge, there was none of that there. We added the bridge to it, and now we're going to take, put the real strings and the real guitar and really take it to this whole nother thing.
Right.
And that's the difference to me than just doing a beat and then whatever. But Rock is the bomb. He's an absolute bomb.
Such a big guy.
He is so passionate about what he does, because we're passionate about what we do, and we have a lot of fun doing what we're passionate about. So anyway.
Now, there were a lot of folks that I talked to, maybe Teddy Riley and Dallas Austin, I guess, last year. And I couldn't have told them that they weren't going to be on this record. They just knew they were on it. Yeah.
There was a guy that called me from Entertainment Weekly magazine that said, I need a quote from you. And I said, okay. Well, we're running a story about all the people that Janet's going to collaborate with on this album. I said, really? I said, that's interesting. I said, because I don't think we've decided. I don't think she's decided. I mean, I don't think we know at this point.
Right.
Well, no, I talked to Teddy, and I talked to Dallas, and I talked to this guy, and this guy, and that guy, and that guy. And I said, really? And I said, well, that's fine. If that's what they say, then that's, I can't put words in their mouth.
Right.
But I don't think at this point, we hadn't even started. We had barely done Nutty Professor's Home. You were still in the middle of doing the movie. We hadn't even talked about collaborations at that point.
Were those people that you thought of, like, when you went back in, or it just wasn't really part of the conversation at that point?
At one point their names came up, but that was in the very, very, very beginning, before the film.
Okay.
Yeah, like almost 2 years ago.
Right.
Wow.
I remember when we first started talking about it, weren't we in a clothes store or something?
Forever? Yes, that's a good one.
Remember we had a conversation about, we talked about a bunch of people, but I was somewhere, I'm trying to think of the listening.
I know Dallas's name came up, but Teddy, when I did, yes, he kept telling me that he wanted to do it. You should let me
Alone? Like, he just wanted to do it by himself?
Well, that's all he ever said. I don't know if he meant alone, but
Right.
that's what he kept saying to me. And I remember saying okay, but never getting back to him about it.
That's some kind of passive-aggressive way of not having to say.
Thanks, Craig.
There's no way you're going to be on this.
Craig doesn't just leave things, he
No, that's a way. That's a way to just get get the current project done. That's like, let's concentrate on this current project we're doing, which is this Black Street record.
Then we'll talk about that, which I haven't spoken to Teddy since then, since we did the video.
Wow. So what made you think of the Neptunes? Like, what made you want to... Have you actually recorded stuff with them, or that's still all being worked out?
Your first question, Jimmy will answer.
Oh, the Neptunes?
Take it, Jimmy.
Okay. Actually, the Neptunes was sort of my idea, but it was actually her idea too, except she didn't know it was her idea.
Because she liked the song or something.
Yeah, exactly. They did a record called Super Thug.
Right.
Oh my God.
Noriega.
Forget about it.
Right.
That record blew me away. I was like, that track killed me. Okay, so I heard that record and I said, okay, now who did that record? Okay, Neptunes. I'm like, okay, Neptunes. Then she called me and said, you got to get ODB's out.
Right.
And I said, okay. Got ODB's out. I said, well, you know who did this? The Neptunes did this.
Right.
She said, oh, really? The Neptunes? Cool. Then I think about 6 months later, maybe 3-4 months later, I called her and I said, you got to get this album by Khalees.
Right.
He sure did.
Right?
Yes,
Neptunes
he sure
did it.
did.
And that was it. And so that's what it was. It was just, we just liked all the stuff that, and thought that, the thing too is that I think when we were thinking of collaborators, we were trying to catch people at a point where they were still excited, still not, I can't say he's had too many hits because that really doesn't have anything to do with it. Mm-hmm. It's more just a kind of a feel. There's a certain point sort of in people's careers where they're like excited and they're like ready for the challenge and ready to, whatever.
Like rock.
Like rock. We came in with high expectations. In rock, like, we didn't know all the songs he had done.
Right.
But we knew, she immediately was like, Method Man, you got to listen to this record. And then I was like, and then the record that floored me was Throw Your Hands Up, Jay-Z.
Oh, yeah, Do It Again.
Oh, forget about it. I remember seeing Jay-Z at Mr. Chow. And my wife had seen him before I even saw him. And she was like, my husband loves that record. Because we were sitting in the Timberwolves game talking about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, you got to hear Jay-Z.
That was an incredible record.
Yeah, incredible record. So, but anyway, stuff like that that excited us. It's like, wow, we're excited about this. And then to have the person come in and be as excited as we are about being a part of this thing. And it's like, that's what it is. So that's really what we're looking for.
Frankly, I was a little surprised. I wasn't surprised with the Rockwell thing, but I was a little surprised about the Neptune thing just because they've worked with so many people, and that's never been what you've done. So I was a little surprised that you were doing that.
That's a good place to be.
Yeah, I think it is, See, we got one. Thank you, Jimmy.
See, that's not fair.
Finally, we got one on Craig.
I've never had anything.
That's a good opinion.
You with him in the room.
That's a good opinion.
Great opinion.
Okay.
Like that track.
He was on that track?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And then the
hip-hop
first,
kid making...
And the ballad.
The ballad, the
Would
first
You
one.
Mind?
Right.
Would You Mind?
That was him. Oh, hot.
So, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a chance for him to show another side of himself that he doesn't. Well, obviously he hasn't thus far gotten a chance to do with other artists. And he actually even mentioned that himself, and I love that. He's such a wonderful guy. I love him.
Who do you have remixing the single? Nobody corny, right? No.
There's Rock.
Oh, okay, that'll be hot.
There's Premier.
Okay.
There's Thunderpuss. And there is Quick. That's it, right?
Y'all are gonna have Thunderpuss do the only dance mix of that?
No, I think
you need somebody flat, or somebody with a sense of R&B or something.
Actually, they did a real nice.
Oh, they did. Okay. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Their stuff is so hard usually, so dun 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 dun. And that's this is in fun. That's not like that. So I was walking, since I didn't get to go to a club last night, I was walking around and like listening to some of my favorite mixes of yours, like while I was walking around and just trying to I think my favorite is still probably the David Morales Frankie Knuckles mix of Because of Love. I just love that.
Yeah, I like that too.
And I like the Junior Vasquez mix of 24 Play. I love that song so much. I like his Make a Change dub of State of the World.
Yep.
I love that. I mean, what's so powerful about that is the way that, you know, that you can make a change, because that seemed to be what you were saying with the whole album, and it sort of sums it up right in that one thing, you know. Just a bunch of stuff. Remember when everything was Shep Pettibone? He did your entire...
Oh my God, you were... Wait, now, you listened to all that just before you came here?
Not today, but like last night.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my...
I'm a journalist, I prepare.
You sure are. I mean, to go that far back.
Like I like
The
the Miss You
Shep.
Much house mix that he did. I like
Yes.
that. That's nice. I like his
You mean
Escapade
both?
house mix.
Jimmy,
Oh no!
I love Jimmy.
I like the Anytime Any Place mix. See, I like when R&B people, like people that have a sense of R&B club music, remix you, as opposed to like if it's somebody that... Junior's the one exception. I actually like some of the stuff he does. And he's kind of back now, too. He's like really having a resurgence. But, although I really did love the Jonathan Peters mix of Doesn't Really Matter. And I thought I was going to hate that because I hate him. I mean, not personally, but I mean, can't stand his stuff. And I was just like, when I heard that record, it was just so lush. And I actually liked it better than the DJ Spin mix, even though I tend to like everything that Spin does and that whole Basement Boys can, you know. So that thing, please have somebody else do. Tell me like Aaliyah was going to be on the album or something. You all were going to do that? Is that another one of those? No, that was not the internet. Somebody told me that. Yeah, somebody told me that. No. What do you think of Aaliyah?
I love her. I actually met her last year. We hung out with her.
Mm-hmm. Why do you like her? Like, what do you think?
I think she's very talented. I love her music. I love what Timberland and she create together. I love listening to her voice and inspiring. I think she's beautiful.
What about Missy? There were all these things that you all were going to work together too. Missy and Timberland, that whole camp.
Missy's too much. We had talked about doing something together, but we had never done it. And she kept saying, nasty 2000, nasty 2000. And we never did it, but she was telling everybody we were working together. And
Right.
we didn't do it.
Does that bug you when people talk about projects as if they're done? It's just like one little conversation you may have had at a
Because
party.
you never really know what's going to happen. I mean,
Right.
things can change, or you might wind up working together, and then it may not make the album.
Yeah.
So I just rather stay quiet and just wait
I
till
think
you know
it's-
for sure.
I think it's a little weird for us because we don't. It's almost like when we work, it's kind of just it's very just not exclusive, but inclusive, I guess would be the word.
Mhm.
Like we know what we're doing,
Right.
And so we know that sometimes we'll do a song and get the whole song done and go, you know what, that ain't working for me.
Mm.
Or whatever. We know that when you start bringing third, fourth parties into it, sometimes they don't understand that, and sometimes I think the mentality today is to talk first and think later,
Right.
or something. I mean, people just want to talk just to say they're doing something with it, and our mentality has always been exactly the opposite of that. It's like, just wait, oh, this is gonna be nice, whatever. Let the music speak first, let the product speak first.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I just wanted. Can I weigh in on the Aaliyah question? I love her. I met her at a party after the VMAs,
Mm-hmm.
Sweet girl.
and oh my God! And I paid Jen, and I said, "Okay, I just met Aaliyah. She's the bomb.
Mhm.
She is so cool." And there is a desire to work together.
Wow.
And it's just I think it's maybe this isn't the time, but I wouldn't be surprised if these two just come together. I would love to see it as a fan.
Right.
I would love to see it, and I'm also a huge Timberland fan, and I would love to collaborate with him on something. If he'd be willing.
Do you see her as being different from a lot of the teen singers out there? Like a lot of the, we talked about Britney earlier, and you have the Brandys, the Monicas.
Her stuff seems to me, Jimmy, correct me if I'm wrong, part of it, for sure.
It is.
And that's one of the things.
It's melodic, but it's very innovative. And also she has the depth because first of all, she can dance.
Mm-hmm.
And
She's sexy.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There you
Leah
go.
Sec, okay.
There you go.
But she also is acting. She's a good
Yes.
actress.
Yeah,
She's
an incredible acting career.
Yeah, so she's I don't know. She's just someone that I just like, and she's someone, and I have no idea. I don't know. I've never talked to her about this. I don't know whether Janet is a person who she looks to, although I'm sure she is. I'm sure most women that are coming up at some point look at what she's done with her career and kind of what I want to do. But Aaliyah, to me, out of everybody, is the one that's kind of doing. You know what I'm saying? She's really trying to set trends.
Right. And not just doing the same old stuff there, but else.
Yeah, which is fun to watch. It's fun to watch.
And are you kind of surprised at how quickly her acting career has taken off? Like, you know, again, we talk about how, like, you set the groundwork for a lot of people, but what that often means is that other people get opportunities that you may not have had when you were at that point in your career. You know what I mean? I mean, do you see that at all? Like, you know what I mean? Because in a way, she's like where you were at, maybe like a Control album or the Rhythm Nation album, and she's been able to like write off, kind of do all these other things.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're talking about. Jimmy, excuse me for 1 second. I don't mean to be so... was that Earnhardt?
Yeah, Junior.
Who they just pulled out of the car just then?
No.
No.
This was the race today. It got rained out.
But that's what I'm saying. Did you see them pull the guy out of the car and he was staggering? He had guys on both sides of him.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, they
see
said that he crashed.
See, that's what I'm saying. I was
that.
thinking, oh God.
Earnhardt, yeah, okay, that was his son.
So that, yeah, Jimmy, he couldn't move. He was staggering.
Oh really?
Yes, and I started thinking that because there's another race today. I think.
Oh my God, North Carolina got beat.
You know, it's
Like 20.
we were also talking about putting certain things aside and saying, you know what, I'm going to do this project over that project.
Right.
And I think that's what she actually has done because she was working on her album.
Yeah.
And I think another film came out.
Queen of the Dam.
And
Now
she
the
put
Maker.
it aside and went to Australia to work on it. But I think that's great though that she's moving into films. And obviously it's something that she loves doing. She really doing.
Right.
The other thing too is that it's interesting. When the Control record was done, someone that had, I mean, at this time, if you think about the time period, you couldn't really be an actor and a musician and be on TV because they were separate kind of disciplines, and if you could do all of those things, if you can act and sing and dance, you'd be on Broadway.
Yeah.
Okay. It's changed a lot. MTV has changed that.
Right.
And now what you have is if the Janet did the Control album right now and the Rhythm Nation album right now, she'd have a TV show, she'd have 20 movies, she'd have whatever, because people now accept that you can do more than one thing, and they believe it. They believe Aaliyah as an actress, and they will buy her records, and they will watch her videos, and Britney too, and whatever, because it's the mentality now. But the mentality then was she quit doing Fame to do the music career. Whereas if it was doing today, Fame would be like, oh, please make a record. And we'll wrap the whole season finale around you making the record. And well, now we'll go in the studio with you. And, it's a different mentality.
With Control, you all said that, you said that you were trying to make an album that everybody in Black America would want and would own. So what is this record?
A record that everybody in the world would want.
It's good to be kind of close now.
You should have connected to me with Jimmy. He's just awesome.
No, the Vibe should do a feature on you guys. You all have a publicist and stuff, right?
Yeah, we do. You could title it Oldest Nerd. That would be
No, it's fine. You all are like the new...
Oldest Nerd.
You all are the new kids.
No, we're kind of, we're not celebrating it, but it's 20 years since the Time album.
Okay.
So it's 81.
Yeah, how come I don't have one of those box sets you all sent out? Didn't you all
the
send
EMI
out,
thing?
Yeah, how come I don't have that?
I'll get you one. Okay. I'll get you one. We're getting ready to do another one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that one only goes up to 95. Actually, that is.
Some of my albums are wearing out, like my Thelma Houston album and stuff like that. You only play that stuff so much. I play that album all the time. It's sick how much I play that album. Like, Gonna Conquer Evil to some extent, or that the best of somebody is going to be able to overcome maybe whatever flaws they may have.
Yes. And I know the